Another dear friend who's come from Baltimore, Maryland, from Jonah House. An old time, long time, fearless, tireless worker for peace and justice. Please welcome Liz McAlister.
I am. It's okay. First thing I want to say is Sister Ardith Plotty, presente. Yay! Sister Carol Gilbert, presente. Sister Jackie Hudson, presente. Yay! I live in community with Ardith and Carol, who, with Jackie Hudson, in October of 2002, went to a nuclear silo in Colorado and disarmed that silo. And they did it as the Sacred Earth and Space Plowshares. And this is the issue about which they are most passionate, and they would give their eye teeth to be here. But they're still on probation after serving 33 months and 41 months respectively in prison. They bring their greetings, they want to be here. When they went to that silo, they left 2 books on the silo. And one was a book by Francis Boyle on the illegality of these weapons. The other, they left them so that they would appear in court and be given to the jury, and the jury could see them. The other book that they left is called The Hand of God. And this is a book of photos taken by the Hubble telescope and then reflections by artists and scientists. Stunningly beautiful. The jury could have The Hand of God. The jury could only have the cover of Francis Boyle's book. A couple of weeks ago, I went to the Walters Art Gallery in Baltimore, where there was an exhibit of these photos from the Hubble telescope. And I bought a book. Coincidentally, if anything's coincidence, it was The Hand of God. And I bought it. I couldn't avoid it because I believe so deeply that it is impossible for us, any of us, to continue to resist this darkness and this madness. The crimes of this government and what it's about, unless we constantly deepen in ourselves and with one another our sense of wonder and reverence and love for all that this government would so recklessly and totally destroy. Einstein warned that those who can no longer pause to wonder and to stand wrapped in awe are as good as dead. Their eyes are closed. And I fear that has happened here. I have this longing to take these employees to a hillside on a dark night so they can watch the stars, or insist that they sit in a room and look at these pictures. Maybe they could no longer work to destroy that territory that is so valuable. With all their research, with all the resources at their disposal, they can't tell us where the light comes from. They can't tell us where the beauty comes from. I found it hard to be here today. I find it hard to be here today. I've spent a lot of time wondering what it would be like. In Baltimore, our focus is the Blight House, which we deliberately call the Blight House. The Pentagon, the DOE, Congress. I've been there untold times. Just briefly want to share a moment I experienced at the Pentagon one early morning. I was watching the employees come in, and they're coming in so haughty, so righteous, looking at us like we were some kind of flies they want to brush off their sleeve. And I began to think to myself, here they are, they work in this place, they've got untold resources at their disposal, all kinds of weapons, all kinds of equipment, all kinds of money, all kinds of mines, and they can't deliver on their stated purpose. They call it the Department of Defense. We call it the Department of War. And they are incapable of winning, not that I want them to win, against ragtag armies like Afghanistan and Iraq. They ought to be coming in with their heads down and their tails between their legs. They ought to come in shame. But they don't. They come in like, the world is ours. And it's horrendous to watch and to feel that coming back at you from them as they come into that institution. So I stopped one of them, an African American, and I said to him, does anybody here ever stop to say, what we're doing isn't working? Maybe there's another way. And he said, I do. He said, Jesus said, love your enemies. And if you treated people justly and met their deep human needs, you wouldn't have any enemies. And with that, he went in. Isn't that stunning? Isn't that stunning? So, I want us to embrace this sense of wonder, this sense of awe, this sense of love, in order that we might keep on keeping on against all of the evil that is so evident in places like this, where you can't even pull up a car by the side of the road, for God's sakes, you know. Thank you all. I'm delighted to be here.
Thank you, Liz.